there, my name's Susie and I'm the training ambassador with Mayflower. Today I'm going to give you an everyday design for birthdays, but it's somewhat advanced and it takes a little bit of pumping, so let's get started. We're going to start off with a quad. These are 11-inch balloons blown up with 20 pumps each. I've gone ahead and put a weight on there. Anytime that we have balloons that are going to be touching the bottom, it's always a good idea to put some tape on it. So let's tape these up. Just one little bit of Scotch tape on the bottom will prevent this from popping or becoming a problem for you in the future. So this just ensures that everything is nice and safe. Okay, I've gone ahead of time and I've pre-pumped these as well. These are 11-inch balloons with only 10 pumps each. And we're going to put these on so that the colors don't really match, because I want this to be kind of bright and colorful and really look that part. So then I'm just going to tie these two ends together so that they become one. And now that that is done, I gotta get that through that loop. Okay, so this is just a double little base for our fun orb balloon. So this orb is air-filled, and all we need to do now is find a 360 or a 260, just a part will work. And we're just going to roll up the end until I get to the tip of the inflation valve. And then I'm simply going to tie a knot. And then this is going to sit on top of this little pedestal here that we've created. I'm just going to go around these a couple of times just to ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. So this is our start. So now we're going to start performing a little bit of extra around the base of this. So we want to make sure that when we're going to cover this, that the happy birthday is showing perfectly. So what we need are 35 5-inch balloons. And I've taken 4 of them and just tied together in a quad. So let me show you how we do that. These 35 balloons, I just need you to take and maybe take a pump or a half a pump. And just kind of small. It's art, so they don't have to be exactly the same size, and it actually looks a lot better if they're not. So this is a little duplet, and I'm going to make another duplet. And just like a pump, half a pump, something like that is all you need for these. So it goes relatively fast. And then we take the 2 duplets together and make them into a quad. So that's exactly what I did with these 2 layers here. These are the 11-inch balloons, 20 pumps. These are 10 pumps, and these are like about a half a pump each. So I just got a numerous amount of little quads sitting here. So we're going to assemble these using a Q260. So I'm just going to start at the base, and I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm going to leave a little tail on the bottom here, and then I'm just going to put another one on top and wrap it around, another one on top of that and wrap it around, another on top of that, and wrap it around. Take another one of these quads. Oops. And I can just tie another one on here if I feel this is getting too small. That's another Q260 with the other one. And I'm just going to keep building. So I'm just going to take another quad. Wrap it around, and another one, it around. And this will be my last one. Okay, so I'm going to leave this little tail up at the top because I may need this for my next little side. So as you can see, this kind of got like a natural curvature on it. And this is going to sit on the side like this. So what I'm going to do is get another spare piece of a Q260, tie it at that base that I had saved, and now this is going to sit in between the bubble or the orb and the first set of quads with the 10 pumps in them. And I'm just going to wrap this around. And then I'm going to tie this onto a balloon card in here. So that it looks like this. So this is going to come up here. And how I'm going to hold and adhere that on there is I'm going to use a little bit of balloon bond. Or you can use dots, whatever you have available. These are pretty handy because you can just tear off the pieces to the size that you need. And I'm going to need maybe 4 or 5 pieces just to make sure that this side piece just holds on here. I want to keep the shape, the integrity of my balloons. And I see how this is going to go on there. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive onto the balloons that I can see are going to touch. That one's going to touch. And I can see that this one will touch. And I can see this next yellow one's going to touch. So, ready, set, go. I think I'm going to do also this purple one. And also the red one. So that you can see that half of this has this nice organic look to it. Okay, now we're going to make a covering for the other side, and that is going to entail 2 Q260s blown up almost all the way to the end, and then I'm going to take and tie the 2 inflation valves together. While I have this, I'm also going to take a spare Q260 and just tie it around here because I'm going to use this to attach it to the bottom. Okay, now these 2 I'm just going to twist together. I'm going to use the palm of my hands to secure the base, and I'm going to use my fingers just to kind of twist these guys, and it's going to end up looking kind of like a rope, I guess. So you can see. And I'm just going to twist these 2 together and secure the end of that so that this fun unit is going to end up coming up and around and attaching over here. So these are my two ends here that I have, and what I'm going to do is carefully let the air out at the end of both of these and then tie them in a knot. So that I don't lose any air. And this also gives me an attach point, so I can tie this into something. So this is just tied, and then I have a tie-in over here. All right, so now, let's see if it will start here. So I'm also going to use some balloon bond with this. Tie this guy in. So he's just been tied in to a spare piece of the inflation valve that I had. This is going to go around and come up and meet over here. So let's get some more of this wonderful balloon bond, and we will cut some more pieces and make sure that it stays nice and tucked in. So wherever this is going to touch is where we'll want it to stay. Another piece right here would be advisable. And now I'm just going to tie this in to this blob of balloons I have over here. Okay, so I've gone ahead of time and I've made a couple of quads, just like I made over here, and I've tied a Q260 around each side of that. So this will be really cute just in between these two. Oops, I dropped it, sorry. Okay, so this is just going to sit here, go around. So that makes that look really cute. And I have an extra one here, and I just see that there's just a little bit of mechanics that I could cover here. So every unit's going to be different. So this will help to cover that little hole. And we can just balloon bond that right on inside. So I have some here. Wonderful sticky stuff this. It grips on and it doesn't let go. So make sure when you place it that you like it. Because you don't get a second chance with this stuff. This is one chance tape. Okay, well this is really cute in and of itself. But we could add another element, which is quite popular in the balloon world on any of the social media platforms available, and that is little flowers. And I'm going to show you how to make cute little flowers like this. So it entails getting a Q260, and it's just going to have 4 pumps in it so that you have quite a bit of extra here. So you just want to take, and we're going to twist this 6 times. So we're going to twist it, and I'm just going to turn it in itself and twist it in so that it looks like a little coffee bean or an ear. And I'm going to take the end of that and wrap it around, and then I'm going to just continue that same action. I'm going to twist. And I'm going to twist again. I could just see the size that I need to twist at, so it's relatively easy to get them all the same size. Twist again. And I just like kind of fix him up as he's going along. Twist again. Takes a little bit of practice. And then here's our last petal that we're going to use on here. And now we're just going to line up little ears, so to speak, together. And when we're here, we're just going to carefully let the air out of the end of this. And I'm going to take this stem, I'm just going to wrap it around so that I have this cute little flower. I'm going to make a YouTube video on how to create these, because I don't know that you really got the gist of that. But it's just twisting it 6 times. But I'm going to give you a closer up on that on another video. So with your little flowers, I've gone ahead and created a series of 3 or 4 of them, and these can just be attached anywhere that you want to cover your mechanics. Again, using this wonderful balloon bond. So I'm just going to take a piece of it, put it on the back. You can see one would be cute here. And one would be cute here. There's a lot of different ways to do this. So you could also adhere these quite easily just by tying it in. But I find that this balloon bond is so incredibly sticky that it holds so well that I am really good using it. So we can put 4 flowers on here, and I think that would be cute. So again, I'm just going to get some tape. You could really get carried away with this, so it's always good to know when to stop. But quite honestly, in the decor world, it's always good to use 3s and 5s, and 4s just doesn't work for me. So I'm going to add a 5th flower on here. Okay, so that's what we have for you today. This is quite a fun piece to have in your department, and it really will set you apart from the competition. So thank you so much for joining us here at Mayflower, and have yourself a very pleasant day.